That people who are watching or
What are some exercises that who are watching
listening
or
can
listening
practice
can practice
to be able to
to be able to build
build
their
their willpower.
willpower? Scientifically proven techniques to
So-
explain.
One simple technique that
So one simple technique that
my guru taught me in the
my guru taught
monastery,
me in motion,
the way to develop willpower
the way to develop willpower
was to finish
is to finish
what you begin.
what you begin.
It's really easy to start
It's really easy to start something,
not something, but to
Something?
finish something
but to finish something
takes tremendous
takes tremendous
amount of will, right? At the
amount of willpower.
start, everybody's
At the start, everybody is inspired.
inspired,
Inspired, they're
full of
full of
enthusiasm
enthusiasm
and energy.
and energy
Also because they're
because they're motivated.
They're motivated, right? So
They're
something
motivated to something
new, it's
new,
inspiring,
inspiring,
and then halfway through
and then halfway through
the project, everybody looks at
project, everybody
Each other
look
and go, "Whose
at
idea?"
each other,
it was this,
Right.
right? And then people just
and then when people that
abandon it and go start
abandon it and to go start something new.
When you finish what
When you finish what you begin,
you begin, you actually
you actually
it requires
requires tremendous
tremendous amount of will.
amount of work.
So the way I develop my
So the way I develop my
bicep is
bicep is
I use my bicep
use my bicep
to lift weights, to
lift
develop more
weights,
bicep.
lift weights to develop more.
Right? I use my bicep
Whilst upright, I use my
to develop my
bicep to develop bicep.
The way you develop
Bicep.
willpower is
The way you develop willpower
Using
to use your mental
mental muscle to develop
Muscle.
more muscle. So every
to develop more muscle to so every time
time you finish what
you finish what you
you
begin
you actually develop
to actually develop in willpower.
willpower. So for me, the way I
So for me, the way
develop willpower is
I develop
look at my
willpower, so I look at my average
day and I
day,
go,
every
what-
day, and I go what the
what are the
opportunity,
opportunities in my
the opportunity
day
in my day
that I can
that I can
use to
Use
develop
so.
willpower?
to develop.
One simple thing that I talk
One simple thing that
about quite often
I talk about quite often
is
is
every day I sleep.
every day I sleep right is oh,
Right? It's
recurring and brightest. Every day I sleep brightest.
a reoccurring event.
It's a recurring event.
I never go a day
I never go a day
without sleeping.
without sleep.
Right?
Me too.
Right? So every day I sleep.
So every day I sleep. So before I sleep,
So before I sleep, I floss, I
I floss.
brush my teeth,
I brush my teeth.
put on my pajamas,
I brush my teeth on my
and go to
pajamas.
sleep. How do
Then I go sleep.
I finish the process of
How do I finish the progress of
sleep? I make it
sleep? I make the bed in the morning.
so every day I make it awake.
So every day I make
Wake up in the morning,
I wake up the morning.
I make the bed.
I make the bed.
There's not a single day that goes
There is not a single day that goes
by that I
by
haven't made the bed.
that I haven't made the bed in the last 25
Last
years.
25 years.
25
Whereas
years.
every day I wake
Right, I just say every
up,
day.
I finish.
I wake up, I finish.
So when I make the bed,
So when I make the
I
bed,
finish what I begin,
I finish where I begin,
and I'm developing.
and developing
So
willpower.
now, most people look at
So now most people look at
mundane things
mundane
throughout the day, like making the bed. Like,
throughout the day.
oh, it's a mundane
I like
task. Why should I waste time or energy?
all that.
Whereas in the morning,
Whereas in the monastery,
it's true, we're trained
We were trained
that all
that
this
all simple
simple tasks
tasks throughout the
throughout
day,
the day,
from
making the bed to
making the bed,
putting away your
to putting away
cups and
your
washing your
clothes, or washing your
breakfast in the morning.
breakfast dish in the morning.
You come into the house,
And you come into the house
take your shoes off,
and you take your shoes off.
instead of keeping it to the side,
Instead of kicking it to the side,
you can put them
you can put them
neatly. It takes an extra
neatly.
5 seconds,
Takes an extra 5 seconds,
but you're finishing the
but you're finishing the
process of
process of coming home.
coming home.
Right.
Right?
Coming home.
And all those
And all those things
things are little
are little as
acts
to
to develop
develop
willpower.
willpower.
Imagine if you're taking
Imagine if you are taking
a pebble and putting
a pepper and putting
in a jar.
it in a jar every time.
time. 2 weeks later, the jar
2 weeks later, the jar
will be filled with pebbles.
will be filled with peppers.
So I looked at the tasks
So I look at the task
throughout the day,
throughout the day,
finishing those
day.
tasks as
finishing those tasks as
opportunities to
opportunity to
develop willpower.
develop willpower.
And after a
And after a month,
month, I developed
I developed
tremendous amount of
tremendous amount of willpower.
Now I can use that
Now I can use that willpower
willpower and direct it with my,
and to write it with my
align it
align it
to my passion
with my passion
to create discipline
to create
in my life,
discipline in my life,
so that I can enjoy
what I love more.
Because how you do anything
Because how you do anything
is how you're
is how you're
training yourself to do
training yourself
everything.
to everything.
exactly, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's about
And it's about
creating
creating
rituals throughout
rituals throughout the day.
People don't realize that, right?
And people don't realize
It's the whole month.
that, right? So the
Monastery, the
whole
life in the-
monastery, the life in the
Monastery was
monastery
filled with
was filled with
rituals.
rituals.
Everything we did, the whole
Everything we did the whole
By
day by
looking
looking
at
at
a monk.
a monk.
tell what time of the
You could tell what time
day it was.
a day it was
Because you knew what he was doing.
because
Right?
you knew because you knew what the was
So-
doing.
I structured my life now to
So I've structured my life now to create
create as many
as many
rituals as possible throughout the day.
as possible throughout the day.
And I'm even training my
And I'm even training my
10-month-old
10-month-old
daughter
daughter
the same way.
the same way.
She sleeps at
You know that she sleeps at
certain times.
she sleeps at a certain time.
She eats at a
She is at a
Certain time we take her for a walk
We take her for a walk
at 5 o'clock
at 5 o'clock
in the evening.
in the evening
Every day at 5 p.m.
Every day at 5 p.m.
She bathes at a certain
She pays at
time
a certain time
just to train
just to train
rituals.
Rituals.
And rituals
and ritual shapes
shape
Shape.
subconscious mind.
Shape.
Helps you to create
the subconscious mind helps you to create
those patterns inside
the pattern in the
conscious.
subconscious.
Okay, that's absolutely
Okay, that's absolutely
incredible. So,
incredible. So,
what would be your message
what would your message
be for everybody who's
be for everybody
watching if we're going to give them
who's watching if we're
a challenge?
gonna give them a challenge?
I would say,
Morning, have a nice day. I'm practicing English. I would say no, step you.
Step one,
I would say step on.
truly take
Truly take
time to figure out what
time to find
your passion lies.
what's your passion in life.
Because
It's because that's really going to drive
your ability to
your ability
discipline your life.
And
to discover.
one of the ways is
In one of the ways is being chosen by yourself.
being just by yourself.
Yes, and the
Yes, and the simple
simple
thing to do
thing to do is wake up in the morning,
is wake up in the morning,
have a shower,
have a shower, find a
find a quiet spot
quiet
in your apartment,
spot in your apartment
or your
or
home,
your home,
and sit down with yourself
and sit down with
for 5
yourself
minutes.
for 5 minutes.
No music,
No music,
no books,
no books,
podcast,
no podcast, nothing.
And just have a
Nothing,
conversation.
and just have a
If I want
conversation. If I want to get
to get to know Jim,
to know Jim,
I need
Right.
to have a conversation
I might have a conversation with
with you.
you.
I need to,
With you, I need to
To ask
ask
you
you
questions.
questions.
right? If I ask you what you ate
If I ask you what you ate
yesterday, I don't learn
yesterday, I don't learn every
very
much.
much. But I ask you why do you do
But I ask you why do you do what
you do?
What
Tell
you
me
do.
about your life
Tell me about your lying passion.
passion. If I do that every
If I do that every week,
week, I'll really get
I'll really get
to know you.
to know you so.
Have that same conversation.
Have that same conversation with yourself.
If you do that
If you do that every
every
day,
day, I bet you after
I
a month,
bet you after month or their month
For
or
3
3 months,
you'll
or
start
3
to
months,
discover
you will start to discover
what is truly
what is truly
important in your
important in your life,
life. And that's become
and that becomes
your passion,
your passions,
which then you can
which then you can
align your willpower
align your willpower
by finishing what you
by finishing what you
Every day.
begin every day.
pick one task.
Pick one task. If
Making your bed in the morning,
making your bed in
you don't make it
mornings, you don't make the bed in
bed
the morning. Start
making
making your bed.
every morning. Wake
Every
up,
morning, wake up, make your bed.
make your bed,
Go wash the dishes.
Or wash the dishes,
wash the dishes,
and
every time
you finish.
finish what you begin. Don't think that
What you begin, don't think that you're making the best
you're making
thing.
the best. Think that you're
Best
developing.
thing that you are developing willpower.
Your training.
You're
Your training.
training.
The training is the training practice.
It's a training practice, right? So when I make the bed,
So when I make the bed, I don't look at it as
I don't look at it as
I'm
oh,
making the bed.
I'm making the bed. I look at it as
It's I'm developing my willpower,
developing my willpower, and that drives me.
and that drives me to make the bed.
And that the willpower
And that the willpower I'm
Developing here allows me to spend
allows me to spend time to
time to discipline my
discipline my life,
which allows me to get more what I love
more what I love in my life.
in my life.
Astonishing.
That's why I make a
So I
bed.
make the bed.
I think a large
I think a lot
part of people who
part of people
watching this
who
right
watching this right
now, they believe
that
that they haven't found
they haven't found
on their purpose, or they
their
think
purpose.
that there's just
They think that there are just one
one purpose to their life.
purpose to their life.
What's your
Life
feeling?
only what you're feeling
What about
about
purpose?
purpose.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of
Purpose. I feel like a lot of people
people don't know their purpose
don't know their purpose.
because they've never spent
Purpose because they were never spend
any time
any time
trying to find it.
trying to find their purpose.
And there's no
Purpose.
structured
And there is no structured
approach to it.
approach to it.
Even when you're
And
growing up, nobody
then when you're growing up, nobody
tells
tells
you
you
that you need a
tells you it's cool that
purpose in life.
you need a purpose in life.
But if you look at your
But if you look at
daily life,
your daily life, your whole life
is driven
your whole life is driven by purpose.
by purpose.
By
People get in
purpose.
a car, why?
People get in car why?
Because there's a purpose.
Because there's
To
purpose.
drive to go to dinner, drive
To try to go to dinner,
to go to work,
try to go to work,
right? You take
Work.
a
you take a shower,
shower, there's a purpose.
there's a purpose.
You know, everything
You know everything
you do throughout
you do throughout the
the
day.
day, all the mundane
All the mundane
things is purpose
things is purpose
driven.
driven.
So why shouldn't life
So why shouldn't life
have a purpose?
have a purpose?
And most people don't know
And most people don't know
their purpose because
their purpose because
they never spend time.
they never
themselves.
spend time with themselves.
And then our gym people say
And I know
to me, oh,
gym people say to me, oh,
I spend time
I spend time with
with
myself.
myself. Every evening
Every evening I walk my
walk
dog.
my dog
I walk my dog for half an hour. That's
Now,
my
that's my
long
alone
time.
And you're like, no, that's walking
Like that's walking
your dog.
your dog.
And you know me, I
And you know me, I love
love defining things.
defining things.
You know, people say,
You know, people say,
oh, I go for
oh, I go for
a jog
a jog in the park.
in the park. That's my alone time.
That's my long time.
And no, that's
I can just jogging
jogging in the park.
in the park.
You can't
You can't say that.
say that
That's your alone time.
that's your alone time. When I say
Your look when I say
you want
you want to find your
to find your purpose,
purpose,
you need to sit
you need to sit.
down.
You need to sit down.
No music,
No music,
podcast,
no podcast,
no journals,
no journals.
eyes closed.
Eyes closed. Eyes closed. Going
Going
internally
internally and
and
having a
having
dialogue
dialogue with yourself.
with yourself. The way I can get to know
The way I can get to know
you is to spend.
you is to spend time with you.
We met
We met
every week,
every week,
every Friday for
every
lunch.
Friday for lunch for 2 hours.
After a year, we
After years,
know each other really well.
we know each other really well.
I know what makes you happy,
I know what makes you happy,
what makes you sad,
what makes you do,
what drives you, what doesn't
what drives me,
drive you.
what doesn't drive you.
Same way, how would you describe
Same way, how
Okay,
would you
purpose by-
discover your purpose?
spending
By spending
structured time
structured time with
with
yourself
yourself in introspection?
in introspection.
And so we're talking
And so we're talking
about
willpower.
willpower, we're talking about
Willpower, we are talking about
discipline,
discipline.
but underneath that,
But underneath that,
it's interesting
it's interesting.
because I don't think a lot of people
It's interesting because I don't think a lot of people are
relate that
relate
necessarily
to
to love and
decided to love and
self-awareness.
self-awareness.
But self-awareness
But self-awareness
is
is
so important.
is important.
It's a superpower
It's a superpower,
that you can develop.
and you can develop.
It totally is. And if you
It totally is. And
don't know
if you don't know
what you want,
what you want,
then you'll never be driven. And
then you'll never be driven.
that's why if you look at
And that's right.
most people, they
The most people
They go from one
they go from one thing to
thing to
another.
another. They're driven by the
They're driven by
trends of society.
the trend of society.
Now this is popular,
Now this is popular, so
so I'll
do it for why?
it for a while.
For a
You know,
while.
maybe it's yoga.
You know me,
Yeah, then it's soul
maybe it's yoga when it's so sorry.
cycling, and then it's this, and it's that.